everybody, can I just say I'm happy to be here. I don't know if you guys can hear me panting, but today has been a day. Like I am sweating is an understatement. Anyways, welcome back to the Migrant Hope. Welcome back. My name is Charlene, and if it's been a long time or if this is your first time, welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about 5 things that you need to do if you are thinking of buying a house. Now you may be wondering, what? We're talking about real estate. Yes, we are. You know why? Because I bought a home not so long ago, and I'd like to just share a couple of things that you need to do when you're thinking about buying a home. Now, specifically, this video is for people who know home buying is something that they want to do. So this is just something that, just a couple of things keep in mind as you're prepping yourself so that you don't make a mistake. So yes, make sure you like, comment, and of course subscribe. So yes, let's jump into the video. So the first thing that you want to do as you're prepping to buy a home is you need to understand your finances. I talk about this a lot on this channel because we are focused on personal finance here. What do I mean by understand your finances? You need to understand how much money you make. You need to understand what your spending habits are your accounts separated? I preach about this all the time. Understand your finances because those things are important. You cannot buy a home without understanding, do I even have enough money to even buy a home? This is super important because depending on the kind of home you want to buy, and I'll talk about this further in the video, you need to make sure that, okay, you're considering, do I need to get a second job? Am I able to raise the funds with the money I have? Do I need to cut down on my spending in this side or on this side of things? You need to understand your finances, all the details that come with that. I'm going to do a specific video about like how to structure your bank account, how to structure your money so that you're able to save as quick as possible. So the second thing is, after you've understood your finances, you need to focus on your credit score. Your credit score is very important. And why is it so important? This is because this is how the bank and many financial institutions are able to get a guarantee on their money which they are lending you, which is a mortgage. Now I can make a whole video because someone actually asked me about what exactly a mortgage is, and it's just a loan from the bank, basically saying if your house costs $250,000, they would give you a loan for that amount. So that is what a mortgage is. But you need to focus on your credit score because that is one of the biggest ways in which you're going to be able to get some sort of pre-approval. Now, I'll talk about pre-approval also, but that is your credit score is so important because sometimes even your bank or financial institution, before you get that pre-approval go through, they may actually tell you, oh, go pay down this amount of debt so that it can increase your credit score. Because when you're purchasing a home, because you're getting a mortgage, it's additional loans, they have to consider your income to debt ratio. Basically, if you're making only $50K a year and you have almost $600,000 of debt, does it make sense? If you're making $50K a year, how are you even able to pay the current debt you have? And then on top of that, we'll add a $200,000 mortgage on top. That's $800,000 for a $50,000 income. That doesn't make sense. They probably will not approve that loan for you, which is that mortgage for you, and you will not be able to buy a house. So please focus on your credit score. If you all want me to make a separate video about how to raise your credit score so that you can be able to qualify for a loan, definitely leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to read it, respond, and we'll go from there. Now you have understood your finances, your credit score is taken care of. The third thing you want to make sure you are thinking about is how much of a house can I actually afford? Now, you can afford a lot, but you may not want to pay a lot as part of your mortgage payments each month. So you need to consider how much of a house you want to buy. My max was $250,000. I'm like, this is my first home. I'm not really trying to go crazy out here. I may be able to afford something higher than that, but I don't want to, I don't need to. And I knew how much I wanted to pay as part of my mortgage. But this amount of how much house you can afford is very important. It also would be based off of the city that you live in. If you live in New York, of course, or Jersey, or like, you know, Chicago, LA, San Francisco. I think this is chicken change we're talking about. But if you live in some of the more affordable states where you can actually purchase a home for that price, which was $250 was for me, because I live in Atlanta. So that's definitely something that you want to consider. You also, as part of this, how much home can I consider? Think about new construction versus old. There's a big misconception that new construction always is more expensive than old. I'm going to do a completely different video about the two. But no, that is not true. There were some homes which are older than the one I have in new construction, and there were some ones which were much older, which were much expensive. The thing with me is, as you can see, look at me. Do I look like somebody who will be sitting there and be, if a tap is broken, I'm fixing it? I don't have time for that. I don't even know how to do it. Do I want to learn? Absolutely not. So yes, new construction was definitely something that I was going to go for. But think about how much you can afford, which is why it's important that you understand your finances, so then you can actually know that in your pockets right now, or with getting this new job, is this going to help you get the kind of house that you want for you. So once you get your finances under control, your credit score is good, now you figure out how much of a house you can afford. I would encourage you, point number 4 would be to just go ahead and get pre-approved. Most of the time, if you're purchasing in a new development, you can actually go in and look at all the model homes which have been built. Those ones, for the most part, you do not need your pre-approval to be able to just go in and do the tours. I would recommend that you do that. But if you have your pre-approval already, that would be phenomenal before you start looking. So then if you see something that you like, immediately you can be able to put an offer for it, or you can be able to just purchase it, or you can be able to reserve the lot if it's a new construction. That's something that is very key. I would really recommend to you all, please get pre-approved before you start shopping around and actually going into homes to visit. It would make your process be a lot speedy, because what you do, because a lot of times they would ask you, you know, you go see a home or a land property, you like it, and you're like, oh great, have you gotten pre-approved? Because your pre-approval is basically a way of the bank saying, okay, this based off of your debt to income ratio and your finance history, this is how much this is how much of mortgage loan that you can afford, and this is what we'll be willing to lend for you. I think I got pre-approved for about 300 or 350. I did not want any more, and this amount depends on your credit history. It depends on your finances in general, which is why I'm very focused on doing the first 2 things, which is your credit score and understanding your finances. So once you do the pre-approval process, then it makes a lot of things so much easier for you, and things will go very quickly. So I definitely recommend getting pre-approved before you start going into homes and shopping around. Once you've done all of this, I would highly recommend now that, okay, you've gotten pre-approved, you may have found the home, you may now have found a particular lot that you want, and you're going to build your home. You have to start saving. A key thing, and nobody told me this, but I did it myself, and that's what I'm sharing here. Save for your house and save for furniture as well, because some people take 2 years, 3 years to furnish their homes. I don't like that. I had told myself that I want to furnish as quick as possible. Granted, my furniture is nothing expensive. Most of my things are from IKEA, Ross. Majority of my house is from Ross, and some stuff is from Amazon and some stuff is from Wayfair. That is it. So I would recommend that you save for furniture as well as you're saving for your down payment. Like I said, I'll do a separate video about how to save for your down payment so that you're able to structure your life. Don't live like you're about to die, but at the same time you have a goal. So that was me last year. I did not really spend, even this dress I'm wearing like this. Let me even show you guys. It's so pretty. Even this dress I'm wearing last year, I would not have bought it, because I'm like, no, if after I finish my savings goal, after I close it, I was like, okay, cool, then I can go ahead and spend money. This was like $10 from Ross, but I was just like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I would really recommend that save and be very focused. We'll talk about it in another video. So just to conclude, I hope this video was great and helpful for you all. Things that you need to be thinking about as you're deciding that you want to buy a house. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Leave them down below. Feel free to email me. If you need to get on a call for whatever reason, I'm more than available to do that also. And yes, be sure to share this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.